Yo everybody, Pinstripe here. What is going on? Welcome back to some more Hogs of War. We are here on Death Bowl, the multiplayer map that is infamous for its use of madness gas and just being one gigantic bowl. So I don't really know what's happening right now, because that was an interesting shot. I'm currently playing as the Tommy Trotters, by the way, the green guys, playing up against the French dudes who, for some reason, I don't even know what that was. But either way, we're going to utilize its mistake and attempt to try and nudge them down into the hole of despair, which could mean more than one thing, but really it just means the giant hole in the middle of the map, which if you get knocked down into, it's pretty much game over, because it's for the minefields and everything else. So he's going to go one way, fall down there. He's going to go the other way for some reason before running around, going crazy, taking loads of damage, and he's going to fall right into there. So he's going to be in a bit of trouble, but the sapper, engineer, whatever you want to call him, he does have the grenade launcher, so he should be able to maybe do something at least. There we go. So at least with every character that there is, or every class that there is in multiplayer, they all have some way of dealing damage to multiple players. So both rosters are pretty much similar, with 2 gunners, 1 orderly, 1 sapper, and 1 sniper. You can also see as well that there are, of course, health packs used along each part of this this minefield in the center of the map. They each have, I believe, 100 health. So if a player were to use their jetpack and go crazy with them, it could get interesting. I'm not entirely sure where he's going. I wanted him to go off the map, so hopefully he'll... There we go, he'll jump down there. He's in a bit of a pickle, so a lot of these players are going to be using the grenade launcher. Thankfully, the orderly and the gunner that I have are right next to each other, but maybe he'll damage... No, I was hoping he'd damage his own player, but that never really came to be. This sapper appears to be alone, so I'm just going to steal all of these madness gases and try and deal some damage to somebody, because we've got 2 blue players down there. The other 2 are over here, and the final one is over there. Oh, I don't know. I'm just going to go for the sniper, just because I don't want him to deal too much damage to the rest of my team. But with the height advantage obviously comes a complete change in the way that you have to aim in this game, because that was a truly terrible shot. I had put perhaps just too much power onto it, so it maybe wasn't the best thing to do. But again, he's going to use his mortar and aim at something that isn't there. I think that maybe something's wrong with the coding or something. I don't know. The gunners just don't really seem to know what is going on. But again, that's fine by me, because I can just continuously use these madness gases to inflict onto the enemy, which, as you kind of can see, and if you haven't gauged by now, the madness gas causes the enemy pigs to run around like crazy. So depending on the direction they are facing, that kind of determines where they'll be going. So I'm just going to knock him into this minefield, try and do some extra damage. But the last thing I want him to do is to use his mortars, because that will be pretty much deadly depending on where my pig then lands after being hit by whatever. Seriously? You couldn't have just walked to that? Are you what? You've just been given an extra jetpack, which you could have used to escape this like terrible hole that you're in, but instead you use that jetpack to launch yourself to the next jetpack that is like 10 feet away from you. Okay, there we go. There we go. He's figured out how to get out of the hole. Good job, buddy. Well, he's back up there now, which is unfortunate, because the sapper does have a lot of health when it is doubled. I believe it's 150 health, or 100, I don't know, 150, 140, one of those two, because as you guys know, in multiplayer I enjoy doubling up the health of each player, because it just makes it a bit more interesting that way. Having extra health means that the match will go on for longer. It won't end, and you won't have to constantly think about how I can keep my... What? You guys saw that. He was thinking about, you know, just moving back down from there. But instead the game's like, nah, you took too long. So instead he's just going to explode. Nevertheless, I think I might have missed the shot. Nope, just about got him. The whole point of this map is to knock the pigs down, but whether or not I can do that is another issue. He's going full on, and he's managed to knock me down as well. Oof, dealing tons of damage, but there is a jetpack down there, so we're going to attempt to knock him again. This time aiming a little bit further down, and it working this time. So I'm gonna see, I could shoot him or I could escape. I think I'm gonna escape because I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna head back to my orderly if I can make it. Please make it. Oh, I just about made it. So hopefully he can heal me back up again. But I'm gonna take out the other one, because the last thing we need is a gunner walking around here going all crazy with their mortars. That's the one thing I really dislike, and I'm sure everyone else does too. It's one thing I hate the most, is just how the PC version, the AI don't move. Like, why? Why is it that the PC version was the one that didn't have the simplest of mobility for the AI? You know, this game is all about strategy, yet for some reason it was never coded in for the AI to be able to move around whatever map they play on, you know? It's just insane. Either way, he's just decided to jetpack his way all the way up here to then be shot in the face, so he's going to be taken out as well. So we are currently in the lead in terms of the amount of players we have, but I do have 3 players that are bunched up together, which may be a bit of a problem with this gunner kind of thinking very deeply and deciding to use his mortar, which is troubling. Well, it would be troubling if he could actually aim. Again, I've no idea why. Maybe it's just this map, but now would be a good time to heal up. Oops. A good time to heal up my sniper, because the last thing I want is for him to perish, seeing as the game decided to just blow up one of my pigs, which I always hated. If one of your pigs suddenly goes out of bounds, and it's almost as if there's like a time limit on that pig. If they don't kind of return to the playable area within a certain amount of time, they just get blown up, and it's like, why? Why is that a thing? Because again, to new players that come in to play this, and that happens to them, there's no explanation as to why it has occurred. So to many it just seems like, you know, the game is working against them. He might not make it. Oh, he's not going to make it. See you later, buddy. And he's back in the minefield again. Oh, that's unlucky. I'd feel for you, but I really don't care. So hopefully with this final shot he will be taken care of. Not too much to worry about. See you later. So it's just these final 2 that we've got to deal with. Which hopefully is gonna be okay. Yeah. No. Maybe. Please live. Good, see? Good thing I healed him. Arrow, I guess. Oh wow, he took a lot of damage. Oh, and he fell down too. And he's dead. Great, okay. Death Bowl, man. Death Bowl just really makes you think about your decisions of how you can move around. I apologize if you hear things in the background. There was a car horn a minute ago. Where I currently live, there's a main train track that is like... What? See, what? He's been terrible with mortars this entire game, and then all of a sudden he's amazing with it. It's like, what have I got to do? Alright, slide down. Yes. Slide into the minefield. Yes. Fall into the water. No. He has 8 health. Okay. Yeah, sorry. So there's a train track like at the very bottom of my garden. So if you happen to hear any rumbling or something, don't be alarmed. It's just a train track. Everything will be a-okay.
Eventually.
Minefields, as we know, each mine does 20 damage per hit. But he's going to take 100 health, and now everything's just messed up again. Because, you know, sappers can read minefields. That's just made this video 10 times longer. I think a final just bazooka hit should be enough to finish him off. He's kind of just constantly doing the same thing. He's not really aiming for my medic or my gunner, so not too big of a deal. Once again, he's directly below me as well, so yeah, not too much of a problem. And that finally concludes this game. So I hope you guys enjoyed everything. Let me know your thoughts on the I guess the Sapper, you know, in the comments below. Do you enjoy Death Bowl? Is it your favorite map? What is your favorite map? I'd love to know. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will catch you guys later for the next one.